Alright. I'm gonna call Eddie.
Okay, now it should work.
No, it's working. What's up, man?
Hey, good to hear you.
How's it going, dude?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I feel like I'm getting under, getting sick. I was
Oh,
gonna
really?
say,
Sorry to hear that.
no, it's my dumbass fault. Cause like, so, like I read the weather report and I was like, oh, it's 40 degrees outside. I was like, 40 degrees is like nothing. Like I got this, right? And I live like in like the southern part of Texas or whatever,
Oh, yeah,
right?
so.
So I was just like, oh, it's fine. Like I got this. So we go outside because my brother's like jogging and we're gonna go jog to like the store or something. Um, so I just go like I mean obviously I have like a jacket and I have pants and everything and whatever. And for some freaking reason I just like it was so freaking cold. Like not even joking, it was so cold. Out like my hands were burnt like it felt like they were red and they were kind of like burning a little bit and weird because I just I don't go outside as much, right? So I was just kind of like, yo, this cold is so nasty. So like I got bodied a little bit, um, but hopefully I think it's just a nose. Like I'm just like I just
Yeah,
have like
just stay
a runny
indoors.
nose and yeah, I should just
Take
stay
care of
indoors.
yourself, sleep a lot. You should be fine.
Yeah, I should be fine. Um, okay, so I saw that video that you posted on Twitter. Dude, you
That
showing
was embarrassing
showing
that
some
time.
improvement, huh? You're showing me some anti-air
Yeah.
stuff, huh? Nice, nice. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, once it's funny because like a lot of the students, we're all learning. Like a lot of you guys are in the same level, right? You're silver. One of them's like almost gold, or someone's silver. Some of them are bronze, right? So you guys are all like in the same kind of like
Mm-hmm.
pool, and um, like there each of you guys have different sets of like improvements, right? Like one of you guys improves really well in movement. Like some of them are just learning, right? Like I have a student that is just kind of starting, right? It was only been like about 6 months, so like and just seeing just little improvements, right? Just being able to block, just being able to space out the right time, things like that. Um, that's something that's really good, and what I think that's really cool that I see you doing is it's starting to come together,
Yeah.
right? Like I know it's been a while and it's taking a bit, but once it gets together, then you'll be able to put it all together and go, right?
Right. That's
So
exactly what I do. Like, I'm
yeah,
looking at my replays, I'm looking where I'm messing up, and then I go back to the lab and I practice that part.
great. And that's pretty much what you need to do. Other than being able to figure out what your opponent wants to do, what you want to practice, things like that. That's the part of being able to go back and analyze your
Right.
matches, see what's wrong, and things like that. Uh, you don't want to know why I'm using this account. All right, we're gonna keep this hush hush
Okay.
for all you guys that are watching the stream and stuff. But let's just say, I have some accounts that I'm kind of hiding under. I'll tell you this,
Okay.
Eduardo. I'll tell you this, chat, and Eduardo. I've gotten maybe 4 accounts already at Super Diamond
wow.
in the last week. So
So
like
you can get to diamond in a week? I'm amazed.
I can get diamond in like 2 days. Like pretty easy. I can get it. Like if I really try, I can get it in one day. But yeah. So I just been grinding it. I don't know why. I just kind of just been grinding it a lot and working out some kinks here and there and trying to figure out different classes, right? Like, oh, this is the bronze level,
Yeah,
this is the gold
exactly.
level,
That's good for us. Now you understand the tricks at each level.
right. I'll tell you this much, okay? When you're fighting against bronze and silvers and golds, none of them do it. Everybody just mashes uppercut. Everybody just
I know.
mashes. So like like as long as you have your meaties down, and we'll talk about that a little bit, you should be okay, right? No cam today, guys. No cam today. All right, so let's go into this. What I premiere, we're gonna go into some matchups and stuff like that. Just to kind of give you an idea of what you want to think about. But what I want to do in this one, yeah, let's first talk about meaties, and then just kind of give you you know a
Okay.
refresher, right, on meaties and what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I don't have any costumes on this. Whatever, pink, pink cop. Let's go. You have all the costumes now. And the only reason I'm on this account is because I can't find my remote for my PS4. So I was just like, well, I need to trade this guy. I'm just gonna use this account.
Okay.
Um, okay. So let me just kind of like clarify a couple things with meaty, and a lot of this is just gonna be hypothetical. Okay. So just so you understand like what you want to do, how you want to do things, and stuff like that. So you go ahead and just block low, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is gonna be. You're always gonna do this. 100%. You're always gonna do this. You're always gonna do background house crouching jab. Always. Like no matter what kind of meeting you do or not do, whatever. Right. If I knock you down, that you're always gonna do that. Like that's it. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a couple rules to it, right? So if I were to get the hit on this, right, on back roundhouse, you do crouching jab and then you do legs right after that, right? So like you just stand up. You don't have to press a button. You could just I'm gonna just show it to you, right? So
Oh,
or you don't have
okay.
to block. You don't have to block. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to block. See that? It's a combo. That's a combo. If you meet it at the right time, you'll get that combo. All right. So I want you to try to do that to me. I want you to just. I'm not gonna block. So you just sweep me. Try to meet me with back roundhouse, and then catch a jab. Almost. Yeah, you did EX, which is fine. Just remember to like. I think you got the back roundhouse timed right. You just need a crouching jab right after.
Oh, it's
Right?
faster.
Try
I
it again.
see.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Right? Because you're trying to combo it, right? So, all right, that one was a little too late. The background was a little too late. So you want to try to get it a little bit faster. Almost. Okay, try it again. Just try to do it a little early.
So is,
Almost. So,
is, is, the, is
like
the background house late or the
it has to be early. It has to be. See, I'm missing it, but I'm trying to get it a little bit early. If you can get it early. So like what I do is I kind of see that, and then if I see the two hits, I got the combo, right?
So what am I doing
So
late?
you
The background house or the
yeah,
jab?
you're doing background house too late. You want to do it a little bit
I
earlier,
see.
like right when she's about to stand up. Go ahead and go background house. All right, it's still too late. A little bit earlier. You want to go a little earlier. Now, there you go,
Oh,
right
I
there.
see.
See,
Okay.
two hits, right? Okay. So if you can hit confirm, yeah, if you can hit confirm that into crouch jab into legs, or if you can hit confirm this crouch jab will hit 100%, right? Okay. Now a lot of the times people are gonna block it, right? People are like you're gonna. It's harder with Chun because
Yeah, exactly. Because the jab is too
you
fast.
can't hit it, right? But go look, I'm gonna knock you
I
down,
want to do something slow.
and then you block, right? So you just stand up. Okay, I'm gonna hit you, and I'll block. Okay, and then you do crouch jab, right? Okay. The reason why is because now here's a general rule, and this is like a big rule for those that are starting out in the game, okay, or starting out ranking up, playing a lot of people, okay. A lot of people will press a button and go ahead and just block low. If I make you block something, more than likely you're gonna respond with something. Like you're just going to, thinking that everything's negative or thinking that it's my turn, right? So if you block that, chances are you're gonna jab right after. Chances, right? Or most of the time, people are gonna jab right after. Okay, so let's kind of go after that. Let's practice that. So I'm gonna sweep you, and then you block, and when you block my back roundhouse, just jab right
Yeah.
after, right? Crouching down. Okay, so knock you down, block, and then you press, and then jab right after that back roundhouse. Okay, so see that counter hit. Okay, so going back to what I told you, you're always gonna do this and this. Always. Why? because jab, if you get a counter hit on that crouching jab, so it's kind of like this, right? Just go ahead and block low so I can just show you. So most of the time you're gonna do this, 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 like all the time. Now the only reason you don't do the middle kick is when you know back roundhouse actually
Mhm.
hits, right? So if you saw back roundhouse hits, crouching jab, legs, you're good, right?
Right.
But if you don't see crouching jab hit, or if you don't see back roundhouse hit, you go into crouching jab. And you always go into crouching middle kick after. Why? I'm going to show you. So this time, you let me sweep you, and then you just block it off, right? So, oh, let me sweep you again. It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
And you always
Yeah.
do that, right? Or you could do like,
Yeah.
jab, jab, crouching middle kick, fireball. Why? So you can make some
Distance.
space.
Yes.
Because if you were to just do like this, that's it. It's their turn, and you're gonna be on
Yeah.
their block. Like you're gonna have to block, right? All right, so your turn. So I want you to sweep me back roundhouse, crouching jab, crouching middle kick. Okay. Almost. Try it again. Oh, okay. So yeah. So like the reason why we traded is because you got back roundhouse a little too late, right? Like you want it just a little earlier because you want the most plus on block that you can get it
Right.
off of, right? If you, and that's what meaty is all about.
Okay,
right?
I need to get to the
It's
lab.
being as plus as you, right? As being as plus as plus as possible. Okay, so let's try to practice a little more, and then we'll go into the other like meaties and stuff
Okay.
like that. Okay. So go ahead. Oh. Almost. Try it again. Yep, it's just it's a little tricky with it. Yeah, you're doing a little late. You want to do it just a little earlier. There you go. Almost there though. Almost there. Like you're getting the timing just right. There you go. See that? Perfect. There you go. Right? So this is something you want to look for. I don't expect you to do this every time, like in a match right now. But I want you to try to build this. Build this into your momentum. Build this as a muscle memory,
Yeah.
right? We always talk about muscle memory. Get this in your flow. Get this in the thing. If you're right there, right? And this is like best case scenario.
I have been doing
You're
this,
almost
but
never gonna get
I didn't know I was timing it wrong.
right. So the trick is kind of just looking at the character. See, I did it too early there, so you know it's practicing that. Look, what I would tell you is this: go into training mode, sweep the computer, and practice doing this into that. If you can combo it, you're doing it
Okay.
right. So remember that timing. All you're looking for is that combo timing.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't, if you're not getting the combo, then that means you're either too late, too early, whatever, right? Like you just gotta mess with the timing. But most of the time, I look at Chun, and I see her about to stand, like she's about to get up. Then I'll background house at that moment.
Is the timing the same for everyone, or it changes?
For everyone, yes. So everybody wakes up at the
Okay.
same time. Nobody wakes up different. Nobody, it's all the same
Okay.
frames. And it's all the same frames for everything, for all the recovery. If you sweep me, go ahead and sweep me. It's the same recovery for that. Go ahead and sweep me again. It's the same recovery for
I see.
that. Right? So if you learn the timing, the meaty for one character, you learn the meaty for all
Okay,
the
perfect.
cast. Every single one. Okay? Alright. So there's gonna be times where you can't just go for a background as meaty, right? Not like go ahead and sweep me again. Like I'm gonna run away. And guess what? What meaty did you get out of that? Nothing.
Yeah.
Right? You can't get a meaty off of that. Right? So sweep you can't really get a meaty off of. You kinda have to just go back into your neutral, play your neutral game. But there are other ways you can get into that same meaty. So you can do something like this, right? And you can dash and double dash to kind of stay on your opponent. So do crouching middle kick into spinning bird, and then just double dash at me. Okay, there, right? So you're already right in front of me. Okay? I have a chance of uppercutting, but we'll talk about uppercuts in a bit. But for right now, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to tech back, alright? So I'm gonna do spinning bird to you.
Okay.
So and then you tech back. See that? And then I'll do jab. You can do other meaties. Yes, I do. I'll put more rounds in a little bit. You can do other meaties and stuff like that. You can do stand middle punch. You can do forward roundhouse. But we're gonna talk about jab right now, okay? Because jab is very important. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay? So jab is kind of like a. It's not really a meaty. Like it's still treated that way because you still want to beat your opponent from jabbing, from wake up jab. So you want to time that jab right when they get up. But let's talk about jab fully, okay? If I'm blocking jab, so go ahead and block. I can go for a tick throw,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So you're like when you block that jab, you're plus. It's still your turn. You can do whatever you want. Most of the time you're gonna do this. You're gonna sometimes do that. Sometimes you're gonna do, like that. Sometimes you're gonna want to do like a shimmy, so you'll do like into that, right?
Nice.
But a lot of times when you're chasing your opponent and you want to get the throw, you go for a tick throw, right? Because they're running away. They're kind of they're getting chased away. So I want you to practice. I want you to do crouching middle kick, spinning bird, and then dash, dash, crouching jab. Okay? Perfect. Right? Do it again. Make sure, like, I study these guys. They use the word study. Perfect. You see that? Okay. So you saw that I got counter hit. I'm mashing jab, right? So it's kind of like you don't want to always go for throw, but like this is where it really depends on who you're playing against and what style.
So if I see the counter hit, I do something else.
Well, yeah, because a lot of times you could just do and then into EX legs or something. That one's a little bit rough. That one's a little hard. That's like advanced stuff. Okay, so don't really expect that too much, but no, like at the end of the day, you're gonna want to know everything. Like any situation that Chun can be in, you want to know and be able to take advantage of that as much as possible. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just kind of explain a little bit with crouching jab. So when you chase your opponent down, right? You need to find out or figure out what kind of opponent you're fighting against, and it's a scary part, right? Some people like to mash DP. Some people like to block. Some people like to mash jab, right? Those are the kinds of players you might run into. So most of the time, right? I just want you to. I'm gonna knock you down with spinning bird. You back tech and then just block. I don't want you to do anything else. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna knock you down and then you just back tech. And you just block, right? You just block. All right. Let's try it again. Okay, usually I'll do that, right? Usually. Okay, just to see what my opponent's doing. If they're mashing jab, guess what? That's gonna hit, and I'll get my combo, right? Okay. But most of the time, they're not gonna do that. Let's say they're just gonna block, right? So I'm gonna, you just block, you just back tech, and then block. And then sometimes I'll go for, a throw, or I'll go for, frame trap. But most of the time, I'll go for a throw, right? Okay. So that's another thing that if you think they're gonna block, so now I want you to do crouching middle kick, spinning bird, and I want you to dash twice and then throw me. Right after your second dash, throw me.
Throw or tick throw?
Okay. Just throw. Raw throw. So go ahead. Perfect. Right? So the reason why we don't tick throw is because at a higher level, people will react to that jab. Like if I block that jab, I'll tell you exactly my thought process, right? I'll tell you my exact process. I want you to get in front of me and do crouching jab. I'll usually respond with a jab. Why? Because I think that you're gonna go for a tick throw, right? So go ahead and jab me again. So I'll respond right there with that. Now, if you see that your opponent is always pressing buttons right after you, then you need to do crouching jab, standing middle punch. So try that.
Good. Okay.
See that? Frame trap. Go ahead again. Try again. See that?
Yeah.
If I'm responding with jab, that's why jab's not good. That's why sometimes when you're playing against the Akumas and the Kamis and the Urians that are doing frame trap after frame trap after frame trap, you just have to block. right? You just have to. Okay? So when you're in that position or when you're fighting opponents like that, that's when you have to just say, hey, you know, what kind of opponent am I fighting against? Is he blocking too much? Or is he or is he throwing too much? Or is he mashing? What is he doing, right? Okay? And then we're gonna go over the last one. So go ahead and middle kick spinning bird, dash up twice and grab me. Okay?
Yeah,
And then you
exactly.
have that kind of player. Right? So go ahead and hit me a couple times so you can take the round. Like just take the round or whatever. Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. So when you are dealing with that, like I said, this is the third option. Okay? Because when a guy sees you rushing like that, most of the time they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's definitely gonna press a button." So I'm gonna definitely uppercut, right? So what should you do? You should still do the double dash, but what should you do?
Jump? No. Block?
No. Block, right? So let's try that. Crouching middle kick, spinning bird, dash twice, and then block. Right? And then you punish, right?
Yeah.
Stand roundhouse. Right? Get the crush counter. And guess what? Now you're in his head. Now you put him in the corner. Now he has a lot of stun meter, and you're like inches close to winning the game. Right? And even off a spinning bird, I mean it's harder, but like in the corner, it's easier. Like if you get spinning, or all no, actually if you get a crush counter, you'll be fine. Okay. So we talked about crouching middle kick, spinning bird. Let's talk about EX legs, right? So go ahead and stand up. It's the same thing. You back tech when you get hit. So you back tech. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Or you do it to me. Just do crouching middle kick, spin, EX legs, and then double dash at me. Okay. And do you like crouching? No, EX legs. Yeah, EX legs. And then double dash, and then do just same thing. Just same thing. That's what we've been doing. Yeah. Right? Now this one's a little bit trickier because the recovery is a little slower, right? It's not like spinning bird where you get to land right in front of them. When I do EX legs and you dash or double dash, you do have to wait like just a teensy bit, right? What I like to do, and I'll show you in this next round whenever we build meter, what I like to do is I like to dash once and then walk up the ramp.
Yes, I see you do that.
The reason why is because I get to see it and control it like easier. And let me be honest with you, that is actually the way you're supposed to do it. So like I will Isidore, I will. So when we're dealing with this kind of situation here where I get this, or this is easy because I get to double dash and see you, right? And you always got to be looking at the character, at Chun, or at your opponent. Look at them recover. Because guess what? Go ahead and do medium kick at the spinning bird. Okay? I could just get up right there.
Yeah.
You saw that? That was a quick rise, right? So, if I were to quick rise, guess what? Now you have to change it up. Now you only have to do one dash, right? So now I want you to do, I'm going to hit you. I want you to do the quick rise. You remember how to do quick
That's
rise,
like
right?
punch, right?
Yeah, the 3 punches, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. See that? And I stop right there. And I crouch and jab right there. Right? Because it changes. Right? Now this gets a little bit tricky because again, if people see you double dash all the time, they're gonna want a quick rise and they're gonna interrupt you. You know what I mean?
So what do they do?
So if they change it up, right? So they wanna try to catch you off surprise or off guard and hit you when you're thinking another thing. Like you're thinking all the time, oh, he's gonna back tech. So the opponent can actually go for that and think, oh no, back tech. Like I got this right here, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll just interrupt them with a quick rise. So that's why it's very important to always be looking at your opponent. Look at what he's doing, right? Always look at what kind of recovery, right? So go ahead and sweep me. Just sweep me a couple times, right? So I could do that, and you could see that. I can do that, and you gotta see that too. And I could just leave it alone. But if I leave it alone, guess what? You get a meaty for free.
Yeah.
So that one is not gonna happen like a lot. The only we'll talk about when you can do that one. That's more for like grapplers like Laura, Zangief, because you want to throw off their timing. But we'll talk about that later. Also in the corner, but again, we'll talk about that later. But for now, when you're chasing, so now I'm gonna do EX Lex to you, and I want you to back tech. Okay? All right, you
Okay.
ready? All right. So back tech. Okay, see that? Now, it's not, it may look to you like I'm just pressing a button right after the dash. I'm not. Okay? I'm double dashing, waiting just a second. Right when I see that it's clear that you're getting up, and then I'll crouch and jab.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to do the same thing. Double dash, wait just a second, then jab. Right? And you might not get it the
Single
first
dash
two
or double
times, but
dash?
it's
Single
okay.
dash.
You can do double dash, and we'll practice single dash after that. Okay? So EX legs, no, just EX legs. And then double dash, and then try to meaty me, but remember it's a little late. So go ahead. There you go, perfect, right there, right. That is the meaty timing for that. Now you can do again. It's hard because you're in the dash. There is a strict timing to it all, so you can't just go for anything, right? Like I can't just do like this and then go for like sweep or cut. Like I can't go for like a big meaty like this. I can't do that. I can't chase you and do that. That's not gonna work, right? It's not gonna work. So that's why you want to meaty with crouch and jab. That's why you want to meaty with stab middle punch, or you could do this, and this is something that I do.
Yeah, forward
Right? This is
roundhouse.
something you could pick up. So I want you to do EX legs. I want you to double dash and then do crouching middle punch into V trigger. Alright? So
Oh,
double dash,
okay.
crouching middle punch. And I'm gonna explain why this
Okay,
is
so I
So EX legs,
EX legs and then
EX
but
legs,
I do one dash,
then
right?
double dash, crouching middle punch. Yes.
One dash.
You can do two. So EX legs, double dash, crouching middle punch,
Oh,
and then
yeah, I
V
missed
trigger,
that one.
right?
Okay, let me take it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't have.
you're still doing one dash. You're still doing one. You gotta do two. Right? I'm gonna show you. So you do back tech, right? See that?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Okay? That's where you want to get it to. Reason why is because remember what we talked about, right? When we double dash and we're right here in front of their face, guess what's an option? I can throw
Yeah.
you, right? I can throw you. And so when I throw you, that means that you're opening up. You're scared about that. You don't want to get thrown, so you throw. But when you do crouching middle punch right under, it's a low, and it's an option, and you have each other to make sure you're safe, right? It's just a thing that I tend to do a lot,
Nice.
right? So just thinking about that, just think about that in the future. Now we're gonna go into the 1 sec. I'm so stupid. I exited to put rounds and then I just pressed start. I am so stupid. Whatever. We'll do the next one. Okay. So now, let me see. So again, this all matters. Like I said, all this works on every character, right? And there's another one that we can work on, and I'm gonna show you real quick, and then we'll talk about the one dash, right? We're still talking about two dashes, okay? And then we'll go into one dash.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the two dashes you can also do forward roundhouse. So you can do dash forward roundhouse. The reason why this is okay, and this doesn't work all the time. If someone mashes like jab on wake up, it won't work. But if they delay their jab just a little bit, you can actually get a crush counter. So I'm gonna show you, right? So I want you to tech and then just mash jab, right? So back tech and then mash jab. Oh, actually, I need to do one. I'm stupid. Oh, this is one. Okay, just do it again. See that?
Yeah.
So try that. I want you to do one dash, forward roundhouse. Crouching middle kick, spinning bird. One dash, forward roundhouse.
Ah.
No, just one. Just yeah, one dash. Yeah, this time we're too much in the corner. Let me go on this side. All right, try it now. It does. Corner does matter. There you
Yeah.
go, right? And then you crouch your middle kick and then do whatever. So if you get crush counter from kind of close, you can crouch your middle kick into legs, into like EX legs or spinning bird actually. If you get it from far, it's best to just do EX legs, right? So I'm gonna you do it to me one more time, and then do EX legs after the crush counter. So
Okay.
one dash, forward roundhouse, then EX legs. Okay. Okay, that's fine. But only just remember when you see the crouch counter, right? If you don't see crouch
I don't do
counter,
it.
just do like crouching jab or whatever, right? So there is some kind of reaction to this. Okay, so let's talk about the one dash, right? And we just did a little bit of that. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you. You do the back tech. Um, you just back tech and then block. Okay.
Okay.
So, see that? So because I was able to just like I can still reach you now. It's not the same momentum. Like it's not the same. It's not really the same. Like potency or like the meaty's not the best because I don't land right in front of you, but I can still throw you, right? So I'm gonna do it again. You just back tech. You just back tech, right? See that? I can throw. I can walk up right when you finish. Throw, right? I want you to do the same thing. You just dash once, walk up, and then throw me. Okay. Okay. But remember, do EX legs. Right? Just do crouching middle kick EX legs. There you go. Okay, just a little. You're a little too late. Right. Right when I'm set, you should throw me. Right. So try it again. So you're basically gonna do this. Okay. Like don't wait too long. When I get up or when he gets
Okay.
up, you should already be throwing. You were just a little
I
late
see.
on that. Yeah. No,
Oh yeah.
no,
It's like,
EX
sorry.
legs, EX legs, EX legs. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. So try it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that was
yeah,
too late.
just
That
a
was too
little
late.
late, right? So yeah, you wanna do this and then throw.
Oh, sorry. I need to do
You
like.
know. Yeah, of course. Um. So this is something like again, you need to just have in mind when you're playing against people. Um. Just remember the
Yeah.
options. This is the hard part because a lot of people they see something work and they're like, oh, it's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. Um, I'm gonna now try to change the rounds and then we'll go back. Um, it's not always gonna work like that. Like sometimes you have to. Whoops. Um, sometimes you have to just. Uh, sometimes you just have to go for. Man, I didn't even say that. Like you have to figure out what your opponent's about to do. You can't just go for it. Like you have to figure out what kind of a player you're fighting against, and that's what makes you change. Now, a lot of times, what I do, and this is for everybody else that's watching, um, I tend to bait more often than not, especially when I don't know the person, and I see that they have meter. If you don't have if they don't have meter, you go in and you meaty all you want. You go for the throws. You go for the meaties all you want, right? Don't hold back. You just go for it,
Okay.
right? But if you see that they have meter, that's where you want to be like, should I go for it or not? Right? Should I go for that meaty or not? Right? And that's where the risk comes in. That's Street Fighter, man. Like there's no getting away from that. Okay? Like there's no answers. Like that's where it becomes a game. You know what I mean? So when you're in that position to meaty, and I tell this to people a lot, and this is something that's really a skill that you need to pick up on. Your decision making should always come from what you can see from your opponent's resources. Does he have V trigger? Does he have a meter? Can he uppercut at this position? Yes or no? If it's no, you go in and you keep putting pressure. Now, the other thing is too, when a lot of people have super and they're losing by a lot, guess what? They don't want to use that EX because they want super, right? They want to do super to come back. So guess what? Now I keep going. I'm wanting them to use their meter because then once they use their meter, they don't have super anymore, right? And you're still winning by a lot, right? So these little things you just have to figure out when you're fighting your opponent what you want to do. Okay?
Right.
Now I'm gonna show you one more cool trick, right? That works on a lot of people. And this is the V skill meaty. Okay? So what you're gonna do, I want you to just back tech. I'm gonna show you and then I'll explain it, okay? So I'm gonna hit you, you just back tech. See that?
Mhm.
Okay? This is something that only works on back tech. They quick rise, you're gonna get pretty much hit. Or sometimes they'll hit you, sometimes they won't. Okay? All it is that you're gonna V skill and on the way down, middle kick.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, I want you to do the same thing. Spinning bird, dash, V skill. And then middle kick on the way down. Oh, missed it, right? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Just middle
Okay.
kick, right? You don't want to do V skill again. Just one V skill on the way down. Okay. We'll talk about the dolls of teleport. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Alright. There you go. Well,
I did the bottom one, yeah.
you did V skill again, right? You want to do medium kick, right? So join again. Almost, right? You want to
Way down?
on the way down. Now, there are ways to beat it, and to be honest, let me just be honest and fair about this. It's hard to do this against Chun. It doesn't really work against Chun. It works against mostly a lot of other characters, right? Like the taller characters, it works on. The Shotos, it works on. Balrog, like those kind of characters, it works. Right. Chun's a little too short for it to work, and you know it's not really a great thing to do anything about it. Um. Yeah. So that we'll talk about that hap, but you're right. You're right. They're talking about option select against because a lot of people have trouble with Dalzum's teleport.
Oh yeah.
On wake up, like you try to meaty, and he teleports. Let me just say this, okay? And this is more of a mental thing. Whenever you're fighting against Dalzum, and every time I meaty, I input dash. Why? Because in case they teleport, this will whiff, and I'll dash and I'll sweep them, right? Or I'll dash and I'll EX legs. Like his recovery is so bad on the ground that you can have a backup plan to hit your opponent. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can do into V skill, and that's actually like the best thing to do. But sometimes I don't know, like I figure like I like going for the other meaties because crouching jab's like a whatever meaty. Like crouching jab's okay, but at the higher level, it like is it the great? Like it's so good. It's just whatever. So here's the last thing I wanted to tell you, and I actually started doing this recently. So I want you to do the back roundhouse meaty, right? So sweep me and then do back roundhouse meaty. Okay. Okay. So a lot of times you're gonna find people that just straight up block. We'll just straight block. So this time I want you to do the back roundhouse meaty. When I block it, take a step forward and throw. Pretend it's a tick throw. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You walked just a little bit too long, but just like that. You want to just take the smallest step and then throw, right? Like you kind of want to make it smooth.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Try it again.
Oh.
Just a little bit, but it's okay. Try it again. It's okay. Almost. You do have to take a step, but it's just very small. So.
No.
It's okay. The timing is weird. I can't get it. I can't get it like 10 times out of 10. Perfect. That was perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay. The timing is a little weird. Like it is a little like you have to understand. Like she has a lot of active frames, but like for it to really work, it has to be on point. So don't worry too much if it works out or if it doesn't work out or whatever. Right? Like that's okay. The whole point is when you get a chance to practice this, get it going to where you can do back into that, right? And then crouching jab. So that's gonna be like one of the main things you want to work on. But I want you to understand main chase downs, right? You can't chase down after that. You can't chase down after that. Although you can do this, like I'll throw, and then I'll take like the smallest step forward, and I'll throw a roundhouse. But usually what I do, Eduardo, is I'll do this. Watch, I'll throw and throw a
Right.
fireball, right? And that'll be my meaty. Okay. So I want you to do that. I want you to throw me and then fireball right after. See that? And that'll cover me,
Which one I use?
right?
Medium, weak, fierce?
I usually do the
Okay.
light one because I'll be able to recover and then. So I want you to do this, throw a fireball, and then forward round out, just like that. Okay, try that. It's okay. Right. Just remember the corner.
And the corner is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the corner is different. So you just
It's...
yeah, it's a little tricky. You gotta get charged right when you throw, right? So just throw me, charge, and then throw. Yeah. Okay. It is something you gotta be.
Yeah, I
careful.
need to get charged when I'm throwing.
Yeah, like just relax it, right? When you get the fireball going, when you get the throw, you have all that animation to charge, right? So you don't have to rush it. You just throw, have the animation, go for the throw fireball. It's not exactly like a perfect meaty, but it is something
Right,
that
it's
can
useful.
keep
It's again.
you know. Yeah, it's useful. So you throw, fireball, and then you can dash up, right? So try that. Right. Okay.
It's one
Try that
step
again.
right.
Right, because I got. Right, there you go, and then you do crouch jab, right? So you just kind of keep pressure. Okay. All right. So we talked about meaties. Just remember the other thing too, and you kind of understood that a little bit. But I want you to just see it. When you're in the corner, right? Meaties change. Now you don't have to do the dashes. You're already here, right? So when you get a meaty, you don't have to. You just walk up to him, and then you go for a meaty, right? So you don't need to dash. You don't need to have all that craziness of setups. You're already there. And this is why the corner is so great, because you can get meaties so much easier at this position right here, right? So a lot of times I'll do this. Watch, I'll do this, and I'll still dash, and that'll help me get the
Right.
timing down, right? So you can use that, but as long as you're right there, you're fine. Okay. Okay. So, what's up, Chef? Let me just talk about this one little thing before we wrap up a little bit.
Broly, please.
Okay. I noticed that a lot of players, a lot of Chuns, I'm talking to you, Enzo, as well. A lot of Chun-Li players are scared to jump. If you watch a lot of my matches, if you go back, look at all my matches, right? Look at all the times that I play against with Chun. I'm throwing out jump around outs. I don't care if it gets Guile. I don't care if it gets Birdie. You need to have
Yes.
that sense, right? It's okay to jump for days. Enzo says he jumps for days, but that's not the point. The point is that you need to know when it's a right time. So I just want you to block low. Okay, I just want you to block low, and I'm gonna just show you kind of my mindset, right? So I'll kind of just do like, fireball, put pressure, and then I'll jump. Like after that fireball, I'll jump. Why? Because a person's already there blocking.
Right.
And so it's already giving off that vibe for the opponents. It's like, I don't know if I'm ready to anti-air, right? You gotta just know, especially when you're fighting a fireball character. If you're fighting like someone that's like, zoning, your jump. You just gotta know the time. You just gotta know the time. You gotta know it. It's a feeling, but you have to be ready. You have to be willing to go for that jump. You have to be willing. You cannot win the game just sitting here and playing footsies. Like, sure, you could, but it's super hard, right? Always be willing to go for those jumps and make sure that they count, right? So show me your best combo. I want you to go ahead, jump roundhouse me. Go ahead, do your best combo.
Let me try it.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I didn't get it.
All right, you don't need to make it that crazy,
like the
right?
normal one, like I can do like something like this.
Look, but hold on. The first mistake you're doing is you're V skilling. I don't want you to V skill. I want you to just jump. I want you to raw jump at me. Do your best combo. Okay, so one problem with that is that you're jumping with fierce punch, right? That's a big no. The reason why is because jump roundhouse has so much range, right? So much priority. You need that to sometimes beat people. Because sometimes I beat people by just frames. Like sometimes they want to crouch fierce me, their Ryu or their Guile or whatever. And sometimes that jump roundhouse just works, you know? And if I do jump roundhouse early, guess what combo I'm doing? I'm just doing that.
Oh.
Right? That's it. Like that's the combo I'm doing. Why? Because I'm not confident that anything else is gonna hit, right? If I do this early, like you know, I'm not confident it's gonna hit. Especially if it's a taller character, blah blah blah. So I have to go to jab. But if I want to actually go for something, I usually just go for crouching jab right after because it's safe. So I'll do this, and then I'll go for that. That's it. Like that's all I'll do. That's all I'll do because I don't need to go for anything bigger unless I made the read, right? If I made the read, like let's say you threw a fireball, right? And I jumped in and I know I'm gonna hit it. Then I'll go for the max combo, right? Then I'll go for the major combos. But you don't know that, right? So when you're jumping and roundhousing, you're just trying to see if you're gonna hit. Always follow up with crouching jab, just in case, okay? Unless you know it's gonna hit, right? So I'm telling you, so I'm gonna let you hit me, right? You know it's gonna hit, so go for your max combo, right? You know it's gonna hit, but you know it's gonna hit, so you're gonna go for your max combo, right? All right. Let's go over that. Okay. So you jump. You do when you V skill. You fierce punch. Okay. So you do. Hold on. I'll do it first. And then stop.
Okay, with fierce punch.
Yeah. Why am I not getting stopped? Why am I not getting stopped?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Legs or whatever. Right. So you want to use fierce punch when you're not in V trigger. Okay. Oh. Fierce punch and then stop. Perfect. Now, if you're in V trigger, it changes, right? You can do you can use middle kick. Middle kick. No, you can do that. That was just two styles. You don't need to do that EX at the end, but you can do medium kick with V trigger. Right?
I see.
Enzo, nah, you don't use middle punch after. It doesn't pop up. Let me just show you real quick, Eduardo, and I'm showing the chat.
Sure.
So if I do this, see how it doesn't pop up that well? Yeah. If I do this, it pops up even. Why am I missing that? There you go. So fierce punch pops up more. It doesn't matter about middle punch damage. Don't worry about that. Now, of course, if you're in the corner, you can do B skill, and then go for that. Don't worry about damage. You don't worry about damage. You want consistency. Always be consistent. So, go ahead and try that one more time. Fierce punch, right? Fierce punch.
I was doing the wrong one. Sorry, it's like.
It's okay. Fierce punch. Fierce punch.
Sorry. Let me try that one more time.
Yeah, one more time.
What?
Fierce punch, Eduardo.
I guess I'm pushing too much the.
It's because okay. And this is a good lesson because a lot of people have this issue. I see it with everybody, not just USC, with everybody. Everybody mashes when they combo, and I don't understand. Just do one hit at a time. Roundhouse. You know, V skill, fierce punch. You know, like you have all day to hit
more
that.
predictable. Yes.
You know, you don't need You don't need to mash it. Just press one after the other. Jump roundhouse, crouching fears, V skill, fierce punch, stomp, stomp, stomp. Right? Like just do one after the other. Right? Go ahead. One after the other. One button, one at a time. Crouching fears, V skill, fierce punch, fierce punch, fierce
I
punch.
wasn't watching this time.
Right? Yeah. Right when you're in the air, just think fierce punch. Fierce punch. There you go. Stop, stop, stop. Right? Try it again. Let's try it one more time. One more time. You got this. Crouching fears. Fierce. Stop, stop, stop.
Yes. Okay, I got it.
Okay. That's it. You just gotta clear your mind and do it, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now I'm gonna give you V trigger. Okay. Now I want you to activate first. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna do middle punch, crouching fierce, V skill, and then middle kick in the air. Okay. Don't do fierce, but do middle kick in the air. So middle punch, crouching
Same
fierce.
combo or?
Yeah. Middle punch, crouching fierce. You already ran out of each trigger. So I'm gonna show it to you, right? And then I'll let you do it. Okay. Middle punch, crouching fierce. You see how that comboed?
Yeah.
Middle punch, so middle punch. And then you can just do that. Okay? Okay, you have V trigger now, so pop it. Middle punch, crouching fierce, V skill. Perfect. And then middle kick. So you're just used to doing V skill too many times. You're matching V skill. You don't need to match V skill. Just do it one time. Right? And then you do medium kick, and then stomp, 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 heavy kick or whatever, right? And then when you want to be good, this is your super combo. So I'm gonna try it once. This is your passing grade for today's training, right? If you can do this.
Oh,
Whoops, I
with
messed it up.
medium punch?
No.
Oh yeah.
I think I dropped it anyways. But yeah, you want to do that, right? I can't even do it. I'm the trainer. All right. So do the combo V skill and then super when I'm dropping. So you're gonna do V skill, then super. Almost. All right. Try it again. You have more chances. You didn't use it.
What?
And do it slow. It's because you're not doing all the way. You have to do down forward kick. You're stopping halfway. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Okay. And that's your finishing combo when you got a chance. Yeah. Combo and stuff like that, right?
Damage.
So yeah. So. And then you could do like stuff like that when you have V trigger.
Does that work in the corner or no?
Does that work in the corner or no?
Does that work in the corner too?
Does that work in the corner too?
The super or just all that?
The EX
Or
Legs
what?
version.
EX Legs version.
Yes, you could even do like EX
I
Spinbird,
see.
but that's what you have to like work out. Like you don't really need to do
Okay.
all that.
Okay.
The most damage that you get is like with stomp and stuff like that. So don't worry about it too much. All right. So do you have any questions and stuff like that?
I have a lot of practice in the lab.
A lot of practice in the lab.
Yeah. So just the main thing you want to do is just kind of like just practice. You know. Honestly, like you can do this in training mode. You can go into a training mode. You can put your opponent to recover randomly, right?
Yes.
And then you can go for different ones, and you can go over all these things and whatever. Like that's what you want to do, right? You want to go for these changes, and you want to go for these max damage combos, and practice the meaties most of all. Remember, you can practice this on hit. So if you get the 2-hit combo, back roundhouse, crouching jab, you'll get the hit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. But if you have questions, man, just hit me up on Skype.
course,
You know when, or
of
you know
course.
where to find me.
Of course.
Hit me up. Keep practicing. I see you're improving, so you're doing good.
I have to
Um,
hit gold. Definitely.
Yes, that's the goal, to hit gold. We'll practice. We'll practice some character experience next time. Like I think from now on we're gonna just do like actual
Yes.
sets,
Sounds good.
Yes.
just so you have more of a training, you know, just so you get more experience that way. You know what
Yes.
I mean?
Yes.
All right, man. Well, I'll see you
Of
later.
course. See you soon.
Of course.
And
Easy.
peace. All right, man.
Bye.
Peace. Alright, guys, so we got to train. Eduardo has been a student for a while. If you guys like my training and like my voice, always go for some training sessions. You can always get one at crosscounter.com or crosscountertraining.com/Brolylegs. I'm gonna try doing this once in a while. Do you want me to train you, AJ? I'll train you. If you want me to train you, I'll train you. Next session I'll train you. Right? Next training session. Enzo, you need to get a session because honestly, I don't know why you lose. I watch your. No, because we talked about a little bit. It's just that there's some things that you're not there yet, right? But you're getting there. You're getting there. It's just practice. It's just fireball setups and pressure. And, I mean, you have to understand. I play like a nut sometimes, dude. But I play with gimmicks to the point where my opponent needs to know Chun to beat me. If that person doesn't know Chun in and out, it's gonna be a really hard time. Yeah, you too have done. Hey, you're a subscriber now, dude. If you want me to watch and analyze your matches, actually, if you want me to analyze your match right now, since we're here, I'll do it. Before I go, cause it's freaking late, and I probably want to pass out in a little bit. Not right now, but soon. But okay. You want me to? Okay, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, I know that's how you roll. Or what's your CFN? Or go ahead and type it, Hap. We'll look you up right now. Okay, let's look up Hap. Alright. Oh, so he has a battle lounge. Alright, what's your CFN? I'll look up your battle lounge. Just Hap Songline? Okay. I'm gonna take off this for now. I'm gonna have to actually type. Rival search. Give me a second. Type this. So does anyone else in the stream have any questions? It's your time to shine now, man. Is it Hapzung Lamb too, man? Alright. Let's see here. So you played against your dolls and friend, right? If we can find... Okay, here we go. Let's watch this one, okay? We're gonna watch this one. One of the first ones or whatever. Okay. Yeah, be rise. What? Okay, number one, you're picking one of the... I need to buy this costume. 100%. I feel terrible. This is one of the, Chun's, sultry costumes. I need to buy this costume. 100%, okay? I need to get it. Alright. Now, let me just start off by saying this. Hap. And I'll show you evidence later. I fought against an Ultimate Grandmaster Dalsum today on this account. And I beat, the first set he beat me 2-0, and then after that I beat him 2-1, 2-1. Right? The way you win this matchup, you have to be willingly pressing back fierce as a kind of a stop sign, basically. You're trying to crush counter his limbs. Okay? So you actively have to be looking to do it. It's not a reaction. It's a guess. It's a prediction. So you just kind of throw it out in hopes that it runs into it, right? That's about it. Math Rockosaurus says, started fighting it a year and a half ago, was a boogeyman, got to plat, stopped playing for a little 4 months, but I want to come back and get sweaty. With Chun, I've always liked to mechanic life, grasp for a neutral game. Hey, Math, if you want to get some lessons, go to crosscountertraining.com/Brolylegs or just PM me and we'll work it out. But alright, let's go into the match for Hap, right? Let's go for the match. So you are back fiercing, okay. Maybe I should shut my mouth. Alright, good. Going up close. Okay. So, little mistake number one. I'm sorry if you hear me like sneezing a lot and whatever. I'm getting a little sick. Number one, Hap. You need to be more assertive. Be right there. You kind of. Who are you playing against, Hap? You're playing against Dalsum, right? You don't need to be scared of any DPs. You don't need to be scared of anything. Wake up. It's your time to shine, baby. So you go in there, right? When you get that knockdown, you earn it. It's like if you're seeing a nice, juicy steak, or if you're vegan, a salad, right? Nice salad or something, a nice steak, right? You want to get in there, okay? When you don't wanna half-ass it. You want to be right there because you want to get mushroom salad. All right, Enzo. All right, let's not. Okay, so nice block string. Okay, so this is where you have to be careful because once there's space, nice juicy leaf. What's up, Crack Pebbles? Once there's space, Dalsum can go for a slide, can go for teleport, they're gonna be mashing. So you have to go back to defense, right? You can't be aggressive. Like only when it's your turn, you can be aggressive. It's all good with Crazy. It's all good. Alright. So, you went for the jump in. Okay, you didn't anti-air. Okay. Every time you block a slide, crouching light kick. Okay. So, he's going for that. Okay, you hit him with that. That's good. But you're right here. You gotta be back fiercing, right? Back fierce. Or spinning. You don't have spinning. You don't have legs. So, okay, this is where it gets tough. Okay. Block. Nice block. Okay, be a reversal because you don't want the stun. Alright. Okay, but you missed that teleport, right? Gotta jab it, gotta hit it. Don't give him any freebies. Okay. Another thing that I would do here and there is I would do some jump neutrals. Just because you're trying to bait out that drill. If your opponent's doing a lot of drills, you want to try to bait it out. Shut up, JD. What's up, man? So you want to be able to bait, like right here, you want to bait it out. Okay. He's throwing you. He's gonna probably going for that thing. The EX, there's no reason to do EX. No reason to do EX. Alright, you need to jab those punishes. Right. Okay, this right here, I'm telling you right now, Hung, or Hap. I'm telling you right now. I am dashing, what I told Eduardo, the same thing. I'm dashing, crouching, middle punching, V-triggering. 100%. Okay? He does have super, so you're kind of in the screwed part, but I'm gonna go for it anyways. And you didn't beat trigger. That's a big womp for me, right? That's a big womp. So you want to be able to beat trigger. I mean, you started the round really well. It is just he got you to the corner and you didn't have meter, so you're kind of screwed. Okay, back fierce. Okay, you tried it there. Okay, so let's go back to that. Hold on. Alright. So he's pressing the buttons here, right? But there's one thing you can't do anything about. And it's this right here, right? You can't do anything about that. The only thing you can do about that is whiff punish it with sweep or jab it, but you're not in the range. So when I'm blocking Dalsum's limbs, I'm letting him back me up, and then I'm backing up to where if he throws that fierce punch, I'm sweeping that 100%. It's hard though, but you can whiff punish it with sweep and then go in, right? If not, all these things that I'm blocking, you block and then you dash up block, right? You're just walking blocking as much as you can until they start jumping away, until they get away. But for right now, you just took look at all the damage you took just from little limbs, right? So you gotta be careful. Okay, again, okay. Rule number 2, Hap. And rule number 2 to everybody, right? To everybody. Enzo, JD, I know you don't play, but this is still a rule to you. Never EX Fireball. Like, please. There's never a reason for you to EX Fireball. Never. Okay, I can't say never. The only time you do EX Fireball is when you're trying to break a zoning character's wall and so you're trying to outbeat his Fireball really quick and try to get a mix-up fight. Other than that, you never want an EX Fireball. It's just a waste of meter. You want meter. You want EX Spinning Bird. You want EX Legs. Those are your meters. Yeah. Okay, you were a little late on that. Got a reaction to that. Sweet. So right here, you're just kind of playing his game. Like, you're just too far. Okay, you got that, but you got hit with a fireball. So you didn't get anything. You got to dash up. You got to use your mobility. Okay, good. Good. Okay, V-trigger there. More for Nash, and so I wouldn't do it for Gao either. Like, man, maybe for Gao, but not really. Crouching middle punch. Yep, crouching middle punch again. Gotta activate V-trigger. Jump roundhouse. Jump roundhouse. No. Okay, that was good. Crouching middle punch. Oh, you better activate, son. You better activate, son. What are you doing, son? There you go, good. You won't be able to kill with this. Alright, Sab. Calm down, alright? Calm down. Okay, that was good, Sab. Alright, Sab. You need to calm down, Hap. You need to calm down. Everybody tell Hap to calm down. Alright, what is this? My turn or his turn? Calm down. Yeah, you're right, Math. You're right. Okay, but this is the problem right now. We don't have any meter, right? So, yeah, you made that good comeback, and I'm proud of you. But now you don't have meter. So this is where you need to get back Fierce Punch. This is where you need to get some... Your goal is to hit their limbs. That's your goal. Your goal is to hit the limb, right? So he's sliding. He's going to press a limb, right? That's when you want to press something. Back Fierce. Alright. But he punished it right. Yep. So now you need to make a comeback. You need a big comeback right here. Another one. And this is where you need to start jumping. You need to take the Hail Marys. Okay, that was a good one. Dash up. Okay, that was a good one. Oh, you block. And don't back tech. Remember, you don't want to create that much space. He's played zoning. Background house. Yep. Your reactions. Huh? Okay, that was a good punish. Ooh. Hap, no. I mean, I know you lose, but Hap, no. Hap, no. Don't do it, Hap. Don't do it, Hap. Don't. Hap. Oh, that should have worked. Hap, what are you doing? Hap, what are you doing? Hap, what are you doing? Oh, what are you gonna do here? He's gonna teleport 100%. The best thing you can do is when the fireball approaches to jump forward. Because you think he's gonna teleport, but you're probably screwed. Yup, he's screwed. Yeah. There's nothing you can do there. Like, it's not gonna happen. If you were a god, you would have to like jump neutral roundhouse that and hope that your jump neutral roundhouse recovers before you land to hit the fireball. Not bad, okay? But it's just a couple things. Like every time you see a V skill on Dalsum, you're looking to stand roundhouse it. You never want to EX Fireball. You need the meter. You need Spinning Bird. You need to get off the pressure. He was beating you. I should keep the pressure. Okay, well, so like, you can't really like always keep the pressure. Like when you have the pressure, yes, go for like stay on him as much as you can. Right, go for throws, mix it up. You weren't really baiting the teleports. Like he was teleporting. You never really got a good punish off of it. That's where you want meter. You kept using EX Fireball. You want EX Legs for those meters, so you can dash up EX Legs those teleports, right? You need a crouching middle punch of the V trigger more because he's standing, so you're looking to get those hits, right? And then you have to just anticipate. Like the problem here happens. It's like you know what the neutral is in the matchup, but like when you're pressuring him, you don't remember or you don't know what the options are, or you forget. And so when he teleports or when he gets out or whatever he jumps, your reaction's not there yet to punish. You need to be there, right? You need to be on point when you're punishing and stuff, okay? You just need to know things. Like when he teleported above your head, he did it twice. You should back roundhouse that. You should jump neutral, right? Oh, like no, like that's just more like comical, like you were trying to make a comeback with no life. Like it's really hard. You can't really do anything. Like when he EX fireballs, the only thing you can do is jump forward. But if he makes a read, you lose. Like you're supposed to lose that match. Like you have to guess right like 100%, and it's hard. So don't worry about that. It's just you're not. I would have lost to that situation, so it's not a big deal. The main things you want to do is just more back Fierce. When you get the crush counter, when you get the hit, go in. Use your dashes. Like your goal is when he throws the fireball up, you're supposed to dash in and try to EX legs it or try to, at least close the gap to where he gets punished by, by you blocking. So, yeah. Other than that, like, I think offensively, you understand like what you're supposed to do with Chun. It's just you're not ready for all the options Dawson can do. And this guy wasn't that great. Like, you weren't jump rounding. Like, I didn't see him anti-air once. So that kind of tells you like you should have probably jumped and tested him more in the air. I would have just to see what he does. If he starts anti-airing me, great. Like, fine. But I still test people. Like, and that's the message I'm trying to tell everybody else. Like, test them. If they anti-air, great. Like, fine. Who cares? But if you're not testing them, like, you're not even trying. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole. That's where I'm coming from, and that's kind of like good advice, bad advice. But you still gotta have it, right? Sometimes you don't want to jump, but against Dawson that's looking to throw limbs and this and that, make him scared of the jump. That allows you to open up sometimes. That'll make him play a little bit more passive, and that lets you get in there more. You understand? Alright. I think I'm gonna call it, guys, because my voice is dying. His anti-air is pretty on point, but I'm just saying for that match. I haven't seen all his matches, but for that match, that's what you want to do. Yeah, guys, I will try to stream. I'll try to stream tomorrow. I wanted to stream today, but then I got caught up with work, and then I got tired and stuff. So I'll try to stream today, but if I can't, well, I'm sorry. Alright, guys. Talk to y'all later. Peace.